like a roaring fight, quick during dreams under stadium lights, sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Even sports buffet, we'll let the Ginch replay. Highlights while scores collide, it's a riot live tonight.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, family week. Hope everybody got through the snowstorm, the ice storm, whatever the hell it was. Fortunately, a shift, by the way. Brand new week, Super Bowl reset. Thanks for the Ginch Quartet there. Welcome to another edition of Early Eating Sports Buffet with the Ginch here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. I am Sid Ginch, your host, Ryan Neff. So what do we witness over the weekend? Well, let's just dive into it. Patriots advanced to their 12th Super Bowl. First in 6 years, by the way. I believe it's the first in 6 years, if my memory serves me correctly. They beat the Broncos 10-7. Denver went up 7-0 early, and then the Patriots defense shut Denver out. Jarrett Stidham at times looked good, at times looked confused. If you want to go to the tail of the tape, Drake May was 10-21 for only 86 yards. He was sacked 5 times, but New England ran the ball 38 times for 141 yards collectively. New England receiving, Matt Collins had 2 catches for 51 yards. Carlton Davis III, 7 total tackles. For the Broncos, Jarrett Stidham, 17-31, 133. 1 touchdown, but he threw the 1 pick. Tail of the tape for me, Denver ran it only 24 times for 79 yards. Marvin Mims, 4 catches, 62 yards. Alex Singleton, 12 total tackles. Again, New England won the rushing battle. They won the turnover battle. They were better on third down, hence the win. And, of course, Sean Payton had his brain cramp. Instead of kicking a field goal, I think they would have gone up 10-0. Sean Payton says, to hell with it. It's 4th and 1. We're going to go for it on 4th and 1. And instead of running the ball, they threw some bullshit screen out to the right. First of all, it was almost picked off when it was incomplete. But it's 4th and a short 1. Kick the field goal. Go up 10-0. Take the points. Or if you are going to go for it, don't come up with some bullshit, try to fake them out kind of play. Because it ain't going to work. At XID Play on YT says hi, hello, wherever you're viewing from. Thanks for joining. But again, and look, the Patriots rode to the Super Bowl. Obviously, they had somewhat of an easy schedule. You can only play who's on your schedule. They played the Chargers, whose offensive line blows. And, of course, Justin Herbert was running for his life. And then they played the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans were minus Nico Collins. And C.J. Stroud decided to have one of his worst games of his career. And, of course, they played yesterday with no Bo Nix. He asks, are you a football player? I am not. I played in high school. I am not. I did not play at the college level. I did not play at the pro level. So the Patriots advance. It was kind of a boring game, to be quite honest with you. Defensive battle, which is what I expected. But the Patriots advance to Super Bowl 60. And then the second half, the NFC Championship games, Rams-Seahawks. Seahawks held up the Rams in the end. 31-27. Exciting game, actually. It was back and forth. I enjoyed it. But the Seahawks advance. For the Rams, Matthew Stafford had a good day, 22-35, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Blake Corum, 9 carries for 55 yards. Puka Nacua, have yourself a day. 9 catches, 165 yards, and a touchdown. Devontae Adams falls short of a Super Bowl yet again. Omar Spates, 11 total tackles. And then for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, great game, 25 of 36, 346, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Kenneth Walker III, 19 carries, 62 yards. Seattle receiving. Jackson Smith and Jigba had a fantastic season and a fantastic playoff game. 10 for 153 and a touchdown. Ernest Jones IV, he had 10 total tackles. What was my position, he asked. I was a quarterback and a defensive back. I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize. At Queen Wang. Sorry, my eyesight's not good. Says, yo, hi, hello, wherever you're tuning in from. We go to the team stats. Now, the Rams won the rushing battle, but the Rams were 1 of 8 on third down, which is not going to win you many games, and yet they still had a chance to win, even though they did turn it over once on the muffed kickoff. I believe it was a punt. The Rams outgained the Seahawks, but again, they were 1 of 8 on third down. It's horrendous. You're not going to win many games doing that. And the Seahawks were 7 of 13. Just a competitive game. So your Super Bowl 60 matchup will be the Seahawks and the Broncos round 2. I'm sorry, the Seahawks and the Patriots round 2 from 10 years ago, I believe. I think it was 2000. Was it 2016, 17, I believe? When Pete Carroll had a brain cramp with a chance to win the ball game against the Pats. And they ran the slant, and it was picked off instead of running Marshawn Lynch 4 straight times. So we will have the 2 great defenses going up against one another. You got the rookie quarterback against, Sam Darnold, who has sort of silenced the critics. But again, it's a team effort. I'm not going to make any sort of predictions, picks, none of that until next week. Let them get done with all their bullshit with media days and all that happy hooligan stuff. But those 2 teams survived. They're the final 2 standing. Some news and notes from around the world in sports today. The hearing for Alabama's Charles Bediako has postponed. Obviously because of the weather. He was granted a 10-day TRO last week that allowed him to play immediately for Alabama, and that barred the NCAA from punishing the university in any way, with a full hearing scheduled for Tuesday. But the parties held a virtual status conference Monday because Taylor Askew, one of the NCAA's attorneys, was unable to attend Tuesday's hearing because of weather issues. It's reported by Jeff Borzello, ESPN. Just read this verbatim. He had played in his first college game in almost 3 years on Saturday against Tennessee. He scored 13 points in a 79-73 loss. I'm just trying to read here. The 6'11" center played 2 seasons in Alabama in 2021-2022 and the following season before leaving early for the NBA draft. He went undrafted and never played in an NBA game, spending the last 3 seasons playing for 3 different G League teams, suiting up as recently as last weekend for the Motor City Cruise. He sued the NCAA for immediate reinstatement after the organization denied Alabama's appeal for his return. Yada, yada, yada. A lot of legal jargon. Look, if you declare for the NBA draft, you don't get drafted. If you don't have an agent, I guess you can still come back. I don't know how it works anymore. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Shedeur Sanders is replacing, I believe it's Drake May. Drake May is going to the Super Bowl. Shedeur Sanders is his replacement, which is a joke. This is all about marketing. That's all it is. That's all it is, by the way. I don't want to hear anything about race or any of that happy horse shit. It has nothing to do with it. They could have put Tua in there, and I still think it would be a joke. The ACC, they are moving their conference championship game to noon. This is reported by David Hale, ESPN. For the first time since 2008, the ACC championship will be played at noon Saturday on championship weekend, which will be moved from its 8 p.m. slot that it's currently in, which I think is good anyway. The earlier the championship games can be played, the better. Stanford and the family of Katie Meyer have settled their wrongful death lawsuit. This is reported by Zhuan Tai, ESPN. Katie Meyer, the former soccer player, goalkeeper, she died by suicide in 2022. I vaguely remember this. At the time of her death, she was facing disciplinary action for allegedly spilling coffee on a Stanford football player who was accused of sexually assaulting a women's soccer player. Meyer's father said his daughter was defending that teammate, who was a minor at the time. The lawsuit filed in November 2022 stated that on the night of her death, Stanford negligently and recklessly sent her the formal disciplinary notice that contained threatening language regarding sanctions and potential removal from the university. Stanford's spokesperson at the time disputed the lawsuit's assertion that the university was responsible for her death. So hopefully this will put an end to that and everybody can move on. Major League Baseball news, Harrison Bader of the Giants have signed him to a 2-year, $20.5 million contract. Does it make the Giants better? Probably. How far will it take him? I don't know. Phillip Rivers has withdrawn his name for the Bills coaching search. Go figure. He has no coaching experience, by the way, other than high school, I believe. So it's good that he took his name out of the running. I thought the Bills would go up for Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's now with the Steelers. I don't know where the Bills are going to turn now. Ryan Wedding is reported by the Associated Press. He was the ex-Olympian. He pleads not guilty to running drug ring. Remember, he was a snowboarder. He's pleaded not guilty to running $1 billion drug trafficking ring and orchestrating multiple killings as one of the FBI's top fugitives. He made his first U.S. court appearance Monday since he was arrested in Mexico last week and flew into California. Again, a lot of legal jargon. I'd encourage you to go look at any articles about what took place and herefore thence, thusly, and ergo. You can look at that. More NFL news. It's just still a lot of old stuff. Yeah, it's stuff that I went over last week. Sean Payton looks like he came out after the game yesterday and said, yeah, we all have regrets. Make it about his fourth down call. Again, anybody who watched the game, kick the field goal, go up 10. Or if it's 4th and 1, you don't run some bullshit bubble screen out to the right. Run the damn football. If you don't pick it up, you don't pick it up. But kick the field goal. Go up 10. Go to the NBA standings like I do every week on Mondays. Eastern Conference, Detroit still sits on top. Atlas 3723, what do you think about killing a nurse? This is not a political show. Atlas 3723. This is a sports show. I will not get into politics on here. No, I'm not bringing politics into the equation. Eastern Conference, Detroit is 33-11. They sit on top of the Eastern Conference. Boston's second. They're 5.5 back. Toronto is third. They're 6 back. New York is fourth, 6.5 back. Cleveland's fifth, 7.5 back. Philadelphia and Miami tied for 6. They're both 9.5 back. Orlando's 8th, 10 back. Chicago's 9th, 10.5 back. Atlanta is 10th, 12 back. And then you have Milwaukee, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Indiana, Washington. Out there in the Western Conference, Oklahoma City still lead. They're on top with a 37-10 record. And second, San Antonio and Denver. They are both 5.5 back. Identical records at 31-15. Houston's fourth. They're 8 back. Lakers are fifth, 8.5 back. Phoenix and Minnesota tied for 6, 9.5 back. Golden State's 8th, 11th back. Portland's 9th, 13.5 back. The Clippers are 10th, 15 back. Then we have Memphis, Dallas, Utah, Sacramento, New Orleans. Looking for some outstanding NBA news, but I don't see any. It's just the same stuff. Scores today, or from yesterday. Let's go to Sunday. Mavericks Bucks was postponed because of the weather. The Pelicans beat the Spurs in a rare win for the Pelicans. 104-95, 104-95. Leading scorer for the Pelicans, Zion Williamson, Sadiq Bey, each with 24 points. They both 24 and 10 for both of them. For the Spurs, your leading scorer was Mr. Wembanyama. He had 16 points and 16 boards. Pistons beat the Kings 139-116. Leading scorer for the Kings was Malik Monk, 19 points. For the Pistons, your leading scorer was Mr. Cunningham with 29 points. He also had 11 assists. Nuggets Grizz was postponed. At IsBXHM says, hello, good day. Australian, maybe? Warriors beat the Timberwolves 111-85. Steph Curry, 26 points, the leading scorer for the Warriors. For the Timberwolves, the leading scorer was Anthony Edwards with 32. He had 11 boards. Raptors beat the Thunder 103-101. Leading scorer for the Raptors is Mr. Quickly with 23 points. He had 11 rebounds, as did Scotty Barnes. Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA with 24 points. Chet Holmgren had 10 rebounds. IsBXM says Curry is the GOAT. I go back a lot. Can go back a lot farther than you can. I believe Michael Jordan is still the GOAT. Heat beat Phoenix 111-102. Leading scorer for the Heat, Bam Adebayo with 22 points. Mr. Powell and Mr. Wiggins with 10 rebounds apiece for the Suns. Mr. Brooks, he had 26 points. Leading scorer. And the Clippers beat the Nets 126-89. Leading scorer for the Nets, Mr. Wolf off the bench with 14 points. For the Clippers, Kawhi, 28 points. Ivan Zubac added 11 points and 10 rebounds. On the slate today, earlier the Hawks beat the Pacers 132-116, and the Hornets bludgeoned the 76ers 130-93. Right now in the first, the Magic up on the Cavaliers 13-7. Later on, we got the Trailblazers at the Celtics, the Lakers at the Bulls, Grizzlies at the Rockets, and the Warriors at the Timberwolves. Jump to the NHL standings, shall we? In your Eastern Conference, right now in the Atlantic Division, Detroit has a 1-point advantage over Tampa Bay. Detroit with 69 points. Tampa Bay in second with 68. Buffalo is in third. They are 6 points back with 63, as is Montreal. Then in fifth, you got the Boston Bruins with 62 points. They're 7 back. Florida Panthers, 59 points. They're 10 back. They're in sixth. Toronto is seventh, 57 points. They're 12 back. And Ottawa in last, 55 points, 14 back. In the Metropolitan, Carolina Hurricanes up on top with 69 points. Pittsburgh is second with 63. They're 6 back. The Islanders are third, 59 points. They're 10 back. Philadelphia and Washington tied for fourth, 57 points apiece, 12 back. New Jersey sliding, 13 points back in sixth. Columbus is seventh with 55 points. They're 14 back. And the Rangers, oh boy, last place, 48 points, 21 back. Out there in the Western Conference, in the Central, Colorado's up on top with 79 points. Minnesota second, 68. They're 11 back. Dallas is third with 67 points. They're 12 back. Utah fourth, 58 points. They are 21 back. You got Nashville in fifth, 52 points. They're 27 back. My Lily Blackhawks sixth, 50 points, 29 back. Winnipeg and St. Louis, 47 points in last, both 32 back. Out there in the Pacific Division, Vegas on top with 62 points. Edmonton second with 60 points. They're 2 back. Anaheim third, 59 points. They're 3 back. San Jose, the Kings, and the Kraken tied for fourth, each with 55 points apiece. 7 back. Calgary, 48 points in seventh. They are 14 back. And Vancouver, 39 points, 23 back. Games yesterday, the Avalanche beat the Maple Leafs 4-1. Panthers beat the Blackhawks 5-1. Ducks beat the Flames 4-3. Kraken beat the Devils 4-2. Senators hammered the Golden Knights 7-1. The Penguins beat the Canucks 3-2. On tap tonight, a light slate. Bruins Rangers are in the first, scoreless. Mammoth Lightning in the first, scoreless. Islanders Flyers in the first, scoreless. Kings of the Blue Jackets has been postponed. Makeup date will be March 9th. And the Ducks are at the Oilers. Major League Baseball, we were a T-minus, I believe it's 3 weeks until pitchers report, from what I remember. Didn't see anything outstanding as far as just a couple of things here. Chicago White Sox and right-handed pitcher Sir Anthony Dominguez, they have agreed to a $20 million deal over 2 years. I don't know what that does for the White Sox, other than I don't know. I don't know really what it does. If it makes them better, because they've been pathetic the last couple of years. So, and the Cleveland Guardians have extended Mr. Jose Ramirez to a 7-year, $175 million extension that runs through 2032. So good for him. If owners are willing to pay it, what are you going to say? NCAA men's basketball, I will go to the rankings as I do every week, every Monday. I will use the coaches poll this week. Your 25th ranked team, Miami, Ohio, they are tied with Iowa. St. John's is 24th. Alabama's 23rd. St. Louis, 22nd. Florida's 21st. Louisville's 20th. Clemson is 19th. North Carolina's 18th. Virginia 17th. Arkansas 16th. Vanderbilt 1-3 in their last 4. They are 15th. Kansas is 14th. BYU is 13th. Purdue has plummeted. They are now 12th. Texas Tech is 11th. Illinois 10th. Iowa State is 9th. Michigan State is 8th. Houston 7th. Gonzaga 6th. Nebraska 5th. Nebraska still undefeated, as is Miami of Ohio. Duke is 4th. Connecticut's 3rd. Michigan 2nd. And Arizona, your unanimous number 1, at 20-0. Let's see. Scores from yesterday's slate, top 25 wise. There was none. Top 25 action tonight. Right now in the first, number 4 Duke up on number 20 Louisville, 20-16. And later on, number 1 Arizona travels to number 13 BYU. Let's go to the women's standings, rankings. Use the coaches poll as soon as it comes up here. It's taking its good old time coming up. There we go. AP poll. Sorry. Washington's 25th, Alabama's 24th, Georgia's 23rd, West Virginia's 22nd, Texas Tech 21st, Duke 20th, Princeton's 19th, Kentucky's 18th, Mississippi 17th, Maryland 16th, Tennessee 15th, Baylor 14th. Michigan State is 13th, TCU's 12th, Ohio State 11th, Oklahoma 10th, Michigan 9th, Iowa 8th, Louisville 7th, LSU 6th, Vanderbilt's 5th, Texas 4th, South Carolina is 3rd, UCLA is 2nd, Connecticut, the unanimous number 1 undefeated women. They are 21-0. Top 25 action from yesterday. Number 7 Michigan beat USC 73-67. Number 10 Iowa over number 12 Ohio State 91-70. Number 16 Oklahoma over Auburn 72-65. Number 2 South Carolina hammered Vanderbilt 103-74. Number 23 Alabama over Mississippi State 85-78. And number 3 UCLA crushed Northwestern 80-46. Top 25 women in action tonight. Right now in the second, number 6 LSU up on Florida 22-19. Earlier, number 25 Washington beat Rutgers 76-48. Number 15 Tennessee and number 17 Ole Miss has been postponed due to the ice. Golf. New Year, same result. Scotty Scheffler won the American Express this weekend for his 20th PGA Tour title. He won by 4 strokes. So nothing has really changed from last year to this. Still the number 1 ranked player in the world. Still dominating. Everybody trying to gear up for the Masters in April. I go to the English Premier League. Your results from the weekend. West Ham beat Sunderland 3-1. Burnley and Tottenham 2-2 draw. Fulham over Brighton 2-1. Man City beat Wolves 2-0. Bournemouth over Liverpool 3-2. Yesterday, my Arsenal squad shit the bed to Man United at home yet 3-2. Nottingham Forest beat Brentford 2-0. Chelsea beat Palace 3-1. And Aston Villa over Newcastle 2-0. And today, Everton and Leeds 1-1 draw. So where does that leave us as far as the standings or the table, as they call it over there? Arsenal was on top with 50 points. They hold a 4-point lead over Man City and Aston Villa. Man United now in the top 4. 38 points. They're 12 back. If the season ended today, the teams that would be relegated would be West Ham, Burnley, and poor old Wolverhampton. I think they're going to finally get relegated. They have been up for a long time, but I think they are finally going to get relegated. Women's tennis today, singles, second seeded Miss Swiatek. Straight sets over Miss Inglis. 6-love, 6-3. At 7:30, number 1 seed Miss Sabalenka and the number 29 seed Miss Jovic. So that's going on. Earlier, a lot of scores here. Oh, no, that was it. That's the Australian Open. We go to the men. Singles, the 4 seed Novak Djokovic will be taking on the 16 seed Mr. Mensik. Earlier, the 8 seed American Mr. Shelton beat Mr. Rude. 4 sets, 3-6, 6-4, 6-3, 6-4. 9:30 p.m. The 3rd seed Zverev over number 25 seed Tien. They will be going at it. I'm trying to find the Men's Golf Champions Tour took place at their Hu'ala'alai Resort Golf Club, Kailua Kona. Stuart Sink wins with a 23 underscore. Corn Ferry Tour will be this weekend down there in Panama City. Club de Golf de Panama. And I'm looking for the women's. The women's will be teeing it up at the Lake Nona Golf and Country Club down in Orlando, Florida. That'll be teeing off on the 29th on Thursday to Sunday. You can watch that on NBC and Golf Channel Peacock. And I think that's going to do it for today. The Champions League will be kicking off again this Wednesday. There is a multitude of games on. I guess I will go over that tomorrow. So that's going to do it for today. Again, with football winding down, with college football and NFL, college football over, NFL, coming to a close. The focus will be shifted elsewhere. Shows might be a little bit shorter unless something major happens. So again, it's cold out. Check on your neighbors. We are going to be in a deep freeze for the next week and a half here in the Northeast for the next 2 weeks. And found out today that they're keeping an eye on a potential nor'easter next weekend again. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. But again, check on your neighbors, check on your pets. As I say at the end of every show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. If you've been thinking about it for a while and you haven't done it, do it, because you might not get a second opportunity. And for God's sakes, if you see somebody struggling, no matter what they're struggling with, ask questions, inquire, pick their brains. How can we get this person help? How can you help them? Because you might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. With all of the bullshit that's going on in the world right now, we need a little bit more compassion and empathy and love. So, stay warm, stay safe. There's only one thing left to do. Oh, check out my man, well, a bunch of them, over here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. They were going to do Patterson Avenue Fanatics, but that has been rescheduled. I think, let me just double check, because I want to make sure. I want to make sure I get this correct. Because knowing me, I'll screw it up. Yes, tonight at 8 o'clock here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. Strong but Silent Men's Mental Health Show. That'll be with Mr. Allen, Mr. Tom, and Mr. Fuji. Check them out at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock. It's a good show. Great to delve into the subject of mental health. As far as men's mental health, we talk about women's mental health. We should be talking about both, I guess. But check them out. Patterson Avenue Fanatics will be on Wednesday, probably around 8:30, with three-time Super Bowl champion, multi-Pro Bowler Randy Cross will be on. Probably pick his brain about the Super Bowl. Questions galore. So, with all that being said, there's only one thing left for me to do, and that's for Dandy Don to take me out.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.